I hope you're doing great. Today, I want to share some fascinating insights from an exceptional heart surgeon named Bokeria. He spent years helping people live longer, healthier lives, and he believes that what you eat every day plays a huge role in how well your heart and body function over time. According to Dr. Bokeria, your diet is the most powerful factor in maintaining overall health. He strongly believes that common sayings like "eat breakfast yourself," "share lunch with a friend," and "give dinner to the enemy" don't make sense when it comes to real health advice. In fact, he calls that phrase completely wrong. For years, Dr. Bokeria has been starting his mornings with cottage cheese, lovingly prepared by his wife. He doesn't agree with skipping or minimizing breakfast. Instead, he believes breakfast should be hearty and satisfying. After all, when you wake up, your body is shifting into gear for the day ahead. It needs proper fuel to function at its best, but that doesn't mean loading up on heavy meats or grains right away. He explains that while your body becomes more active after you wake up, throwing a heavy meal at it immediately can slow things down. Why? Because when you eat dense foods like meat or grains first thing in the morning, your blood gets redirected to the stomach to help with digestion. That means there's less blood reaching your brain, which can make you feel sluggish and less focused, especially at work or school. You've probably felt that tired, heavy feeling after eating too much at lunch, right? That's exactly what he's talking about. It makes daily tasks harder and drains your energy. To avoid this, Dr. Bokeria chooses light, energizing snacks during the day whenever possible. His go-to foods include yogurt, fruit, chocolate, and small cottage cheese portions. These give him energy without weighing him down, so he's ready to stay active and productive. Now let's talk about chocolate. Dr. Bokeria has a favorite, chocolate that's 99% cocoa. That's right, 99%. He swears by it and hasn't eaten regular sugar in years. He says he switched to this kind of chocolate about 2 years ago after learning about its health benefits. Scientific studies show that dark chocolate, especially the kind with very high cocoa content, can help lower blood pressure and support the body's natural balance. But he gives an important warning too. Some people start strong with 100% dark chocolate, then slowly go down to 80% or even 70%. By that point, the sugar content has increased a lot, and that's something he says we should avoid. The real benefits come from pure dark chocolate with very little or no added sugar. On top of helping your heart and blood vessels, dark chocolate also supports your immune system. It's a small treat that can have big benefits if you choose the right kind. So, the next time you think about what to eat in the morning or how to snack during the day, remember the simple but powerful advice from Dr. Bokeria. Eat to fuel your body, keep it light when needed, and choose foods that truly support your long-term health. The physician acknowledges that he does not adhere to an exact diet, but he does make an effort to consume particular items. As a young man, he experimented with the American astronaut diet, which was eventually modified to become the Kremlin diet. The most important aspect of this diet is to avoid meals that are difficult to digest. It is up to you how much meat or fish that has been boiled you consume. Salt consumption ought to be kept to a minimum. It is recommended that sugar and bread, as well as any and all goods containing flour, be avoided. Any quantity of greens can be ingested, but only fresh greens, such as tomatoes, cucumbers, and other similar vegetables. As a result of the high amount of fiber that they contain, which takes a considerable amount of time to be eliminated from the body, side dishes are not suggested. Eggs, beans, fish, or chicken, and a fresh salad are the foods that Bokeria enjoys eating the most with his evening meal. For him, it is essential that dinner be easy on the stomach and rich in nutrients. When the physician arrives at his house at 9 o'clock, he consumes nothing but porridge and then goes to bed. When he arrives home before 8 o'clock, on the other hand, he eats a big meal. The cardiac surgeon is certain that this practice contributes to the maintenance of a thin figure, regardless of the individual's age. During the time that the United States and the Soviet Union were working together in the field of cardiac surgery, he observed that the most accomplished cardiac surgeons in the world began their day with a morning cup of coffee and then immediately went to work. They allowed themselves to indulge in a modest sandwich when they were on their lunch break. It was twilight when the main meal was served. One of his statements is, "I did not invent this lifestyle." When I was a relatively young surgeon, I had the good fortune to actively participate in Soviet-American cooperation in cardiac surgery, and I frequently traveled to the United States. I observed the lifestyles of the most accomplished cardiac surgeons in the world, and I find that I am living a lifestyle that is quite similar to theirs. As a result of the fact that I undergo a number of surgical procedures each day, it is quite convenient for me to have food in the evening. This is particularly suitable for my line of work. In countries where people tend to live longer, there's a noticeable pattern. They often enjoy a wholesome, satisfying meal and then follow it up with some form of physical activity. This daily rhythm seems simple, but it plays a big role in supporting long-term health and vitality. Leo Bokeria, a respected heart surgeon, shares his own experience when it comes to healthy living. While he doesn't follow any strict or trendy diet plans, he does stick to some essential principles of good nutrition. For him, a healthy diet is made up of basic but powerful elements: grains like cereals, plenty of vegetables, fresh fish, and lean meats. He also emphasizes the importance of staying hydrated and making sure you get enough protein throughout the day. These are the small but consistent habits that build a solid foundation for well-being. Over the years, Leo has made several life changes that reflect his commitment to health. He gave up sugar, quit smoking, and completely avoided alcohol. These choices weren't about following rules. They were about making conscious decisions to feel better and live longer. He also takes pride in keeping a structured daily routine, including regular sleep and wake times. This rhythm helps him stay mentally and physically balanced, even with the demanding hours of his medical profession. But for Leo, good health isn't just about the body. He strongly believes in the power of emotional and mental discipline. He often reminds others, don't envy. Don't waste energy on getting angry over small things. Instead, take action. Do something useful. Create or contribute in some way. Even if you just help one person, that's enough to make a positive impact. He also talks about the importance of starting the day with intention. When you wake up, he says, try to build a little routine. That energy will reflect in your household. When you get to work, you'll pass that good mood on to your colleagues. They'll then spread it to others. And by the time you come home, you'll feel happier, more fulfilled, and more likely to enjoy meaningful conversations or hobbies. Another habit he highly recommends is walking. According to research he references, walking for just 2 hours a week can actually add up to 6 extra years to your life. The key is not just walking, but walking at a steady, moderate pace, neither too fast nor too slow. To stay consistent, he advises breaking those 2 hours into 3 manageable sessions throughout the week. Despite his busy schedule in the operating room, Leo makes it a priority to stay active. He swims and plays wall tennis, both of which keep him physically fit and mentally refreshed. For him, exercise isn't just a health strategy, it's something that brings him genuine joy. He sees movement as an essential part of living fully and staying sharp. These habits, eating well, exercising regularly, keeping a routine, avoiding harmful substances, and nurturing a calm, grateful mindset, are the core reasons why Leo remains active, healthy, and full of life even as the years go by. Now we'd love to hear from you. What do you think of Leo Bokeria's advice? Which part do you find most helpful or inspiring? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll never miss out on more life-changing insights and tips. Thank you for being here. Wishing you a long, happy, and healthy life.